You are now tuned into Umex Lounge podcast. Welcome again, guys, to the podcast. I'm your host with the Bhoboyi. We are in Margate. Namhlanje siphethe i-episode especially kakhulu. Njengoba nibona nani background yethu, kunama punching bags lana, kunama ringi, siphethe inkabi zasePortchefstroom. Siphethe ama fighters namhlanje. Mina nje ungibhekile nje ngiyasaba. Kodwa ufuna uzongitry namhlanje angangitry. Ngiphethe inkabi zangempela. Right. So i-gym esishuthele yona namhlanje is called Box 360 in collaboration with the Silverback Academy. Abamaziyo ke Nkosi Doyisa from Bhoboyi bayazi le lapha ABC gym. Right. So namhlanje siphethe abafowethu abalwa kakhulu abakompetile noSisi osekompetile osekude kakhulu oselwe kakhulu laba ke bafowethu bazozintroduce namhlanje basho ukuthi bawobani basuka phi nendawo nezinto asebezi achievile. Right. Ngizoqala ngobhuti wami ngale azozintroduce nje asho ukuthi ubani wakabani mhlambe asho nokuthi yena ulwa kweyipi division. Bhuti wami niyaphila bafowethu ngiqale nginibingelele. Niyaphila. Good morning Khoyomore. Ungaqala mfowethu and ngizolandela abafowethu kanjalo. Ubani wakabani kama nesibongo no division olwa kuyona.
So my name is Thandulwethu. My surname is Hlophe. I come from Bhoboyi. Ngilwa kwi weight division eyaziwa nge-featherweight which is 65.2 kgs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, mfowethu.
So my name is Kwanele Mia.
Phakamisa voice before. Yeah, voice ngisaba. Yeah.
Oh, my name is Kwanele Mia. Nami ke ngilwa ku weight alwa kuyona. Nami I'm from Ushabeni ngifike eBhoboyi ngai MMA.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, before.
Mina igama lami ngithula Ntube ngisuka eNyandezweni.
Right.
Division of fighting is flyweight.
Flyweight division. Sisi?
Okay. My name is Bhoboyi Albert. I'm here from Margate, and I'm usually fighting either in featherweight, so same division as them, or sometimes lightweight, depending on what fight is available.
Okay, nice to meet you guys. So our interview is going to be very easy, smooth sailing. So what we're going to do now, you're going to tell me what inspired you guys to actually start fighting? What inspired you to start mixed martial arts? And which form of arts? Because my understanding is that there's different types, there's different arts. There's wrestling, there's grappling. I don't know. I don't know that. Don't have the deep knowledge of it, right? You're going to tell me what inspired you to actually start the MMA, and when did you start? When did you realize, hey, this thing is for me? You can start. You can start before.
Okay. Mina mfethu MMA ngaqala it was 2024.
Right.
If I remember. What inspired me with MMA? So there was this one day where I watched the fights in MMA. So ngangijwayele ukuthi ngibuka ama video ku-YouTube like MMA.
Do you remember the fight? Do you remember the specific fight?
Specific fights. It was Dracus du Plessis versus Sean Strickland, which was a title fight.
I remember the fight. Yeah.
Leya fight leya ilapha ku du Plessis wathatha khona ibhani and became world champion.
Sure.
So that's what inspired me. And another thing that's inspired me, I used to follow Nkosi Doyisa. Yeah, So I used to watch him like training and stuff. Right. So I fell in love with the sport. Right. I realized I was falling in love. After the title fight, I talked to my father to tell him to talk to Nkosi ngizojoin gym.
Yeah, sure.
Ngijoin gym. So by then naye ngazange police emaseko ngangena ejimini first day ngazi ukuthi imnandi lento le but ke yayingekho mnandi. Yabo.
Sure.
Komunye umuntu mhlambe wayezothi ezuyinhlungu nani yabo. I give up.
But you didn't feel like
didn't feel like give upping yabo.
Okay.
So I carried on from there. Then yaqala ijourney yabo.
Nice.
Push
Yeah, mina uqala wami ngasho ukuthi umuntu ngi-inspiration yena uThando.
Okay.
So
are you guys friends as well?
Yes.
And you know each other before MMA?
Yes.
Okay.
So bengimbuka izinto azenzayo from ifight yakhe eseMaritzburg yabo. Ngayibona ifight yakhe ngakuthanda
When was that fight?
I think it was last year February.
Okay.
Yes.
2024.
Last year February. Yes, 2024.
Okay.
So ngayibuka le fights ngangithanda lento nami ngiyathathe ngumuntu othathekayo sometimes. Yabo ngayithanda le fights and ngambuza ngayo ngesports kwabe inhlanhla nokuthi nginekhala lapha eBhoboyi.
Okay.
Yabo. Ngathanda okay ngacela ukuthi uma ngicela ukuthi ngiye khona lapha eBhoboyi. Ayakhulumisa ke lo muntu angafuni enqaba uma ukuthi ngiye khona ke lapha. Sabe ingane yami. Njalo ukuhlale ngibuza ukuthi hayibo. Uthandani kulweni uvela ingane yami ivela isuke nje iyoshawa nginayo ingane ezoshawa mina
so she didn't understand ukuthi uqala ufunda discipline before you actually start. Okay.
Yeah. So ngahamba ngaya eBhoboyi andike lapha ke izinto ziqale zaba nzima bengigekhulula ukujim
sure
hayi bengigekhulula kwabe nje angikutshela even ucoach wami Nkosi angitshela ukuthi I was always sleeping tired njalo nje
ulale gymini
no
ulale training
yeah so ngiqashile ke mina ngihlala emqashweni
sure
so bengiye ngilale door open yabo ngilale umnyango uvuliwe ngizumekile
from
ukhathala so from ukhathala ngilala umnyango uvuliwe nje bangixoxela ukuthi I'm always tired
sure
every day
you look tired bro you look tired you so chill yeah man nje ukuthi I'm always sleeping
yeah nginjalo ke
all right
and then my story actually goes way back in primary. I used to get bullied.
Okay.
And then I never actually realized around South Coast what he called in for sports. And my friend used to come here to boxing 316. Yeah, I used to do boxing, and he actually said, "Yeah, well, come to boxing."
Sure.
And then when I came here, there was MMA, and I was like, I think I would enjoy MMA. Yeah, well,
better than boxing.
What
was it that attracted you to MMA as opposed to e-boxing?
We came here, then my coach, he spoke to me about, explained about the MMA, it's actually everything combined. So it's better.
It's the art, yeah.
And I was like, okay, I did that.
When was this now?
It was 2 years back.
2 years back.
If I remember correctly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It's your turn now.
My turn, okay.
Yes.
I'm going to give away my age here because I've been doing this for almost 20 years.
Okay.
I've been training on and off. So I think I started around 2009.
2009.
Yeah, so I've been following MMA across provinces. Originally started training in Eastern Cape.
Right.
So I was training under a completely different mixed martial arts system, but I've always been training mixed martial arts.
Okay.
So I think I grew up very rural, and so I've always wanted to fight, but I've just never had the opportunity.
The opportunities and the resources, yeah.
Yes, because martial arts as it is today, it wasn't always like that.
True.
Now you have a lot of mixed martial arts gyms, and 20, 30 years ago you had maybe a karate dojo if you were lucky. So yeah, I've been training in mixed martial arts for a very long time. Sometimes I've been competing, sometimes I haven't. Female fighters were not all that
supported.
Supported or popular. There weren't so many who were interested in the sport. So a lot of times, you'd be training and there wouldn't actually be fights and things like that for you. But the sport itself, obviously, I love it. So you continue training because it has so many benefits besides just fighting. So personally, I love the sport for the development it gives me as a person. It gives you discipline and obviously teaches you how to defend yourself if you really need it.
Right. My understanding is that you are currently employed, yes?
Yes.
You're working?
Yes,
who do you work for?
For SAPS.
SAPS?
Yes.
So you're good with guns as well?
I think
you can
hopefully don't have to find out. I'm fairly well-versed in a lot of combat disciplines.
Right.
Obviously, you can always be better.
Sure.
Training opportunities are not that great in the police at the moment, but we do what we can do.
Sure.
Just to be proficient.
And how do you navigate or balance that life now between MMA training and your work? Because as we know, police work is demanding at times. How do you find the balance between the two?
Well, to be honest, I think the mixed martial arts probably balances me out, if I have to be honest, because work is extremely stressful. So a lot of times the gym is my safe place and my way of actually coping with the stress and the conditions that you are working
So it's
under.
therapeutic for you then?
It is. It's way better than talking to somebody. Way better.
Okay. And my understanding is that you guys are still in school, yeah?
Yeah.
You say high school?
Yes, in high school.
High school. Wait, Nkalela, what is your age group? Nkalela, how old are you guys?
Me, I'm 16 years.
16?
Yeah, I'm 16.
Now 16.
I'm 19.
You're 19. You look smaller than them.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
And then with you guys, now I understand the arts is the actual discipline, like I said, to right? You take your time, and it takes years to actually study the sport. Now, how do you guys balance the life of ukufunda, because you have to focus in school? High school is demanding as well, right? With your MMA career or the training.
Okay. From my side, because like we have schedules, like
right.
Maybe let's say you train Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You go I want to say that you have to allocate your time perfectly.
Okay. Time management.
Have an allocation of your time.
Sure.
When you get home, you must know that okay, if I get home by 6 o'clock, I bath, I do everything, I iron my clothes. At 7 o'clock, you have your homeworks and stuff.
Sure.
Then by 9 o'clock, maybe you are studying. Then you sleep at 10 o'clock.
Sure.
Because high school is demanding. You have to limit your sleep time. You must know that you have to limit some things. Like TikToks and everything, YouTubes,
stay away from
you have
that.
to end that, because you have to be disciplined, because this is a sport that needs your commitment, you have to be committed. Because imagine now you are training 1 hour sessions instead of 2 hour sessions, just because you want to do some things that will not benefit you, So you must do the things that are good for you.
Sure.
So I feel like it's about time allocation and stuff.
It sounds like you're very good with time management.
Yeah.
I'm a discipline.
Yeah, I'm a person who likes creating time for myself. Like if nje ngisesikoleni ngiyazi ukuthi maybe sometimes esikoleni maybe right now ke umuntu usenza grade 11.
Sure.
So we are demand because we're pre-matriculant.
There's a lot of work.
There's lots of work. We have afternoon classes. Sure. So now isikhathi sakho siyashintsha nendlela owenza ngayo kumele ishintshe yabo, because like isikhathi sesihlukile, like uzothola ukuthi uphuma ngo5 esikoleni yabo, then ngelapho kuzomela uzenzele wena isikhathi yabo, in between ukuthi okay ngiyatraina yabo, I'm doing everything yabo.
Sure.
So time management
very important.
It's very important.
Sure.
Yeah, so see if esikoleni mina isikhathi esikhulu ngiphuma esikoleni ngo6. No.
Sure.
So isikhathi esikhulu bese sispenda egroundini isinayi.
Okay.
So isikhathi sethu siyafana ngoba sifana ukuthi ngihlala kubo, because ngiqashe eduze kwakubo. It's 1 minute away.
Sure.
Yeah, fana ukuthi ngiqashe kubo.
Yeah.
So isikhathi sethu nje siyafana nje obeshilo ukuthi ifa silala sifunde umngane isikhathi esikhulu izinto eziningi sisenza umngane. So njobe thina ifa sifunde isikhathi esikoleni siphuma isikhathi esifanayo. Yeah, isikhathi sethu siyafana.
So kahle kahle ngicela kuyena in terms of lento aqeda kuchaza ukuthi
ngicela kuyena. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Well, for me now, I'm not actually managing or balancing, because sengifunda matric manje.
Okay.
And I just feel like a matric it requires you to focus on specifically on it. Yes.
Yeah.
So right now I'm totally break
from
training. Yes.
Okay. I see a lot of medals on the table. Now I don't know what they are, what they represent, what do they mean. So I'm gonna let you guys tell me. You've already told me which division you fight at, right? And then now you're gonna tell me your achievements. This is when I fought, this was my first fight, this is what I won. Did you have any sponsorships? What were the hardships or the challenges? We can start with you.
Since I have such a long career.
Oh, okay, you can just sum it up.
No.
Yeah, I understand. You can sum it up.
So I will have to be hard pressed if I think which year exactly.
No, it's cool.
But at the moment I have a 7-2 amateur record.
Okay.
So mostly I was fighting in featherweight division.
Okay.
But like I said, sometimes you fight in a different weight division just because of what you get.
Sure.
So I've had the opportunity to fight for various promotions in Durban, mostly MFC. They are the most can I say, the oldest, most established promotion. Because again, we're going back to a time where there weren't so many promotions as there is in South Africa right now. Right now, you have a lot of mixed martial arts promotions, so the opportunities for fighters are just so much more. So we were fighting at MFC, I was fighting at Alpha in Johannesburg, and I've had the opportunity to go to the national championships for South Africa 3 times. So during those 3 times, I've achieved 2 gold medals and 1 silver.
2 gold medals, 2 gold medals, yeah?
Different years, different years. But 2021, 22, and most recently now in 2026 as well.
And how did you do this year?
This year I came home with gold.
Gold again, so you have 3 golds, yeah?
No, 2 and 1 silver.
Okay, nice. Point.
Yeah, for me, actually, like Jimmy, I came for self-defense.
Okay.
Yeah, I came here for self-defense. It was just like training. Then Nkosi was like, "Do you want to fight?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Fight."
What do you think? Why do you think he said you should fight? For his self-discipline pain.
I think.
What did he see in you?
I think he saw the progress in me at Jimmy.
Okay.
I'm actually good.
Okay.
And I have the potential to actually be.
So you saw talent, basically.
Yes.
Right.
So minake.
Sitshela ikhona into yakho la entavleni.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So minake ngiqale last year in July.
Okay.
Yeah, I have 1 fight, 1 win.
1 fight, 1 win.
Yeah. So I was fighting a guy that was big on
Where was this fight?
It's a win.
Which tournament was it? The name of the tournament? Do you remember?
No.
NFC.
NFC as well. Okay.
Yeah, that is September last year. Yeah, so this guy was big.
Yeah.
That was good. So bengisaba ke lapha. And uNkosi coach Nkosi wangisiza ukuthi ngingene eringini. And babe ngihlohla naye le ndoda sengishilo ukuthi I'm not fighting. Ngase ngishilo ukuthi hayi ngilwile mina wayinhlobo fighting. So lapha kwakunzima ke ngoba lo mbhemi lo unanentshebeke. Yeah, so yeah. Nanentshebe mkhulu ke kunami futhi kwashiya ukuthi njoba mina I think I was 65.8 yeah lapho ngangikuyona i-division straight so yena ngicabanga ukuthi 67 something.
Is that allowed though, like mathiwa you're fighting mhlambe kulo weight division or whatever you call it, ukuthi mhlambe ukushiya go 1 kg or 1 point something kg, is it allowed? Does it still make weight or there's a penalty for that today? Do you know?
Yeah,
anyone can take the question.
Sometimes bayakuvumela yabo, because if when uvuma yabo ukuthi mina I can fight the guy yabo if you have no problem yabo, but yena vele uzobe set a disadvantage ngoba vele usezoba ne record manje ukuthi wake wamisi weight yabo. So we record yakhe lo nto leyo yabo iyanaka ukuthi wake wamisi weight. So yabo, so kodwa kuya nangawo ukuthi wena do you agree ukuthi uzolwa yini naye.
Yeah.
Sometimes ke bona ngeke bavuma ukuthi ulwe naye.
Okay. And how do you guys prepare mentally before the fight? Because I understand that it's not just the physical fights. MMA, right? You have to prepare mentally as well. How do you guys go through that? What works for you? What do you do? What works for you? Maybe because you have vast experience, we can start with you with what have you been doing over the years to, you know.
I think the sports in itself, within the training, builds the mentality that you need to be ready to fight.
Okay.
Because if you are placing yourself in those bad positions and in enough of a strenuous fight camp, the mentality comes with it already. So by the time that you're stepping into the ring, you're actually excited to showcase your skills. And you're not worried or stressed about the process that you're going through. Same as a soldier that prepares for when he's in actual combat. Sure. You've done so much training that you're actually excited to show it off, and you're not really in a space where you feel like you're climbing a mountain or doing something like that.
So you gotta be mentally fit, basically, not just physically fit.
Yes, you have to, and that's what I'm saying. The physical training in itself, if you have a coach that is pressing you in hard enough situations, you're going to cultivate the mentality that you need. If unfortunately you have a coach that is not very hard on you and allows you to just get away with sloppy techniques and bad fitness, then I think your process is going to be quite different once you fight.
And how's the routine, Bafretu? I'm going to go to camp before you fight.
Yes.
Right? Now, isebenza kanjani routine when it comes to camp? Now, we also you have a fight in 6 months. Example, there's a tournament starting in 6 months, right? It can be kalamini and it's in the routine camp. And inja, it's straight, flexible, inja.
Okay, from me now, like I remember my first fights. When was it? It was June. It was in June. Okay, my first fights gave me now. Indlela prepare ngayo if like we are fighting ayifani nendlela ozobe wenza ngayo like train nje yabo, because sometimes you'll have more morning sessions yabo, morning sessions and afternoon sessions just to push it at extra limits because manje akusafani like yabo, it's just wona ukuthi upushe more yabo. But now we training we are pusher like usual training, but in camp it's different. You have to stay disciplined because you cut any weight yabo. So cutting weight needs you to be disciplined. Ngeke uvele ufike esikoleni udla amagwinya.
Diet.
Diet yakho kumele right. Because like first fight yami ngangilwa ka 62 kgs. So ilimit kwaku 62 kgs. So lapha mengifika ke so like esikoleni ke manje kuyahluka yabo. Then I have to ukuthi ngishintshe indlela yokudla manje esikoleni, angisadli manje like amagwinya yabo, ngidlela amagwinya vele phela esikoleni uyazi ukuthi yabo esikoleni indlela esikhule ngayo sijwayele ngayo. So manje sekuyashintsha like we have to eat into as healthy yabo, ujwayele ukuthi uphatha ama fruits and stuff yabo. So yeah, and mase kusondela ifight ke like maybe ilokhuzana ukuthi mhlawumbe wazi ukuthi uzola, maybe uzowazi 2 months before or 1 month before yabo. Then lapho maybe uzoba no 3 weeks nje we hard training. Then mhlambe ulo 1 week okugcina osele like uphushela ukuthi manje usuya rest yabo, relax yabo, umzimba relax yabo from all your hard training, because ukujima kubalekile siyavuma, but recovery also is important yabo. You have to recover and the diet.
Speaking of diet, I used to be in bodybuilding. I was also in high school as well. Started when I was 17. I was doing the trick, right? Around 2012 when I went to college, right? Now, I understood the routine. It's 20% gym, it's 80% diet. Now, the thing is, eat diet, we are busy. To eat clean, healthy, we are busy, right? Now, we have a problem. I'm a background weight on fire. Definitely. I come to the low carbs, in high school, your mama Dayisa. You can't afford anything. Most of you get pay you couldn't sausage or something. Niloganjana low temptation. No man, Nikonaganja, manager Ganja, because Ganya is so similar. So Usame as much as you can to eat clean, right. Anyone can take the question.
Okay, nangasho ngokwami ngithi so ngokwami ngithi akulula qala ngizoqala ngithi akulula. Akulula ngoba kini uzosuyafika vele ke phekwe rice. Phekwe rice yabo into ezinestarch yonke into. Abo into ezinestarch ngeke uzidle into ezikanje, so thina into esiyenzayo ukuthi sidla ama fruits kuphela because asikwazi uafforda lezo zinto lezo zangaleso sikhathi. So sivama ukuthi sidla ama fruits kuphela. So fruits nje Phela.
Phuzela amanzi ushaye.
Phuzela amanzi, fruit, amanzi, fruit. Yes.
But sometimes phela uyalmix yabo. Not strictly ukuthi kumele udle fruits yabo. Sometimes ulelo rice anu uyalidla yabo, but limit yabo. Because limit ebalekile kahle yabo.
Ama portions.
Yeah, portion ukuthi ngakanani yabo. Ngeke manje uthi ufike nje endlini yabo kuphekwa amadombolo yabo. Usufika wena hey uthe yamnandi amadombolo. Ube ufike usiyophaka amadombolo yabo ugcwalisa indish yabo because uyawathanda yabo. And ke iqala lapho inkinga ngoba manje uzothola ukuthi hey umuntu ozithandela vela amadombolo yabo. So like now
temptation.
Yabo ama temptations are khona but it's up to you ukuthi uyawalawula yini yabo. Because nje ngikhumbula kahle abo first fight I had to cut maybe mhlambe it was 3 kgs, 4 kgs, 3 kgs. So like now, hey, I was tempted because it was my first time fighting. So like I was tempted, but in me there was that thing that says, okay, if ngidla la ngizoluza. Ngizoluza or I won't make weight. Lento engayifuni ngizibuyisele emuva mina manje.
Sure. And then I think because again we have experience, right? Maybe you can delve into the diet and how it goes.
Yeah. So I think for any athlete, diet is probably one of their biggest challenges because like you say, the gym is a small percentage of your time, but the diet is something that you have to stick to all the time. And definitely these days, budget is a huge impact on what kind of a diet you can afford because definitely your magwenyas and all these other sweet things are very easy to afford and very obtainable. Unfortunately, your diet is also linked to your recovery. So if you're taking your athletic journey seriously, you most definitely have to make an effort to get those clean proteins, things like that. You're definitely not going to get the most out of your time in the gym if you're not recovering properly, which is obviously not just diet. Your supplements and things also count for that. Your rest and your ice baths and all of that stuff plays a part. But diet certainly is one of the bigger challenges that we face these days.
Let's talk about your guys' aspirations and your inspirations. Like who inspires you or who inspired you to actually start fighting? I know you guys mentioned the fights and who was fighting and that. But is there anyone locally that you guys look up to? One inspiration, whether it's a fighter or a coach, and why?
Well, I mean it's coach. Coach Nkosi.
Okay.
Yeah, we are not inspiration because I would hear from a coach Vumari the way he works and how hard he pushes. His kind of so he's disciplined.
Okay.
So I want to like. I actually want to become like him.
Or you want to be like him, so he's like a leader, an example to you.
Okay.
I mean, I'm manga. Saphinde ngiyasho. La ngubuyena uqala iqala futhi ngibone again and futhi the sports bengasazi. Bengasazi.
So yini wayibona yenza wathi I'd like to do that also.
Khona le pin kick zakhe ashaya.
It's been okay. So yathi into masubona maspin kick.
Hayi ngathi hayi okay ngiyithanda lento kanike vele ke nami. Ngiyakuthanda ukulwa ngengilwa nasesikoleni nje bengidlala ngixabana nabantu yabo ngiyathandela so
it's kanjani coach wena ngitshela coach because when you guys are talking you refer to coach a lot. Now tell me more about your coach. Uniphethe kanjani? We on the ground, is he disciplined? Is he straight? Is he funny? Is he unjani? Tell me about your coach. Tell me about the coach. Like his the way that he behaves, maybe in the gym and outside the community, the influence in the gym. Tell me about the coach.
Okay, ngaqala mina ikinto.
Yeah, sure.
So like ucoach umuntu like umuntu ophilayo yabo.
Yeah.
Who like you are able to communicate with him yabo anytime yabo. He's a person who you can communicate with.
He's approachable.
Yeah, he's approachable.
Okay.
Yabo. And uyahlekisa ke but when it's time siyajima yabo.
Okay.
We train yabo. So nje ipersonality yakhe nje umuntu nje ngingasho njengoba ngishilo ukuthi approachable and futhi nje like uyasipusha yabo.
Okay.
Like when it's the time ema camps hayi akukho mnandi yabo. Akukho mnandi yabo. Kunezikhathi nje la athi ayi enza into mhlawumbe akutshela ukuthi enza into uyibone ngathi lula mosofika bona usala umuntu lo udlala ngami lo muntu lo yabo but ekugcineni uyarealize ukuthi yazi lento ingisizile yabo kangaka yabo so nje yeah.
But do you have a coach? Who trains you? Who's your trainer?
We all trained by the same person.
Yeah, and describe him as well. What kind of person is he? His influence? How is he around the gym?
I think the biggest thing that Nkosi brings to the table for us is that he's looking at a warrior tradition. We are not just looking at mixed martial arts within the gym. So he embodies that spirit for us when he comes to the gym and he trains us. And he always brings that work ethic and attitude to the training.
Where is he? I think the audience would like to see him. Where did he go?
Hiding.
Okay, we'll get him. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So that is what inspires us more than anything else, is because he's bringing that level to the training. We've got no help but to try and reach that level.
Sure.
We always want to give our best, and we don't want to disappoint him.
Okay, and what was your guys' most memorable fight? It doesn't have to be your fight. The fight that you always think about. There's for instance, for me, it's always Floyd Mayweather versus Marcos Maidana. That was a fight I thought, ooh. Are you guys familiar with that fight?
Yeah, I'm not too familiar.
Not too familiar. Anyway, it's boxing stuff, not MMA.
Yeah.
So which fight where I would say, I want to fight like this guy?
Yeah. Mina ngokwami mina ngisi umuntu like choose yabo ukuthi like anginawo umuntu specific yabo
like umuntu othanda style sakhe fighting because
like
different
ukhona umuntu engithi ngithanda style sakhe yabo but like not ukuthi ngithanda yena yabo
now coach was on this cela audience like to see coach sorry funny okay fine sure
so like if I see engayisho the fights between lekade ngisho futhi Sean Strickland versus Dracus Du Plessis because le fights le angiyibuka kakhulu yabo because ngavuka ekseni like ama fights ke UFC like aqala ngabo 3:12 so like ama main event ke lapha aqala ngo5 so ngavuka ngo5 like ngangiqala nokuthi ngivukele ifight yabo ukuthi ngithi ngiyibonga ngivuke ifight so le fight ngayithanda kakhulu ke and then nje ngiyakhumbula like ngiyoloko ukuqala nje ngangihlezi nje kuduma iUFC ikhanda like ama fighters khona lo mbhemu like most people don't know him yabo because akayena I celebrate kakhulu yabo bambeza bathi uMauricio Rufi yabo so like nje yena ugood nje la ku striking nje ngaphezulu yabo
so you like his
fighting style ngathanda kakhulu then ngiyakhumbula fighting yami yokuqala like on the way nje ngangisaba nervous yabo kodwa mengifika phakathi like watching ama fights people fighting yabo ngaba naleyanto ukuthi okay iyenzeka le then savuka lesa spirit ke lesa sokuthi nje yabo nami ngiwona savuka ngabe ngena phakathi ngathi mengifika phakathi lapha kwangathi sekhaya yabo ngafika ngena izasha naye
Lucky, do you have a question for the fighters or nothing? Okay.
Samara, how's it, guys?
Yeah. Good.
You guys are good? Sharp. So what I've seen, I've heard, and what you guys have been talking about is that there's been so many achievements amongst all of you. I'm sure this is not all of you here that are still under the same banner of, Is there anybody else that's missing here with any accolades? Vomari, can you just tell us about them?
Yes, so unfortunately, one of our students were not able to make it today. His name is Jan. He's 13 years old. I think he's got maybe more medals than the rest of us put together. He's actually competed recently in the Mixed Martial Arts Championships, where he took silver in his weight division of, I think it was 42 kilograms.
Wow. Yeah.
And he also competed about 3 days before that in the kickboxing national championships in Oudtshoorn, which he also achieved a gold and a silver in 2 different disciplines.
Dangerous.
What about this other guy?
Ukhona nomunye esijimana nje Bhoboyi thina uNjabulo Doyisa.
Yes.
I think
mude.
uyena ongekho wena namhlanje futhi naye esijimana kakhulu sibambisene kakhulu naye enayo nje une record elihle because why world champion afuyile kuza national champion njalo national champion in kickboxing.
Okay.
So nje record lakhe lihle kakhulu.
Anybody else that you're missing? Like, because I think I know one guy also, Answer.
Answer, yeah.
Answer and Ara. Yes, Answer is currently in Durban. He was also, I believe, a lightweight title holder at MFC for quite a few years.
Yeah.
But currently he's training in Durban more than with us locally.
More than that, yeah.
Yes, but he's still under this banner.
Oh, okay. We need to bring him back.
Yeah. We need to go and fetch him. Bring him back.
Okay. So those are all the guys that were supposed to be here that are not here.
Yeah, those are the active fighters at the moment.
Active fighters at the moment. Okay. So is there going to be any title fights soon that are going to be coming through?
Yes. I'm a fight 27 June is the qualified in your corner. So I'm for it to allow Zobelo and I. Yeah.
Yes. Is a big fight?
Is a big say Deppen.
Deppen.
Yeah, I said.
Did you come out competition? Do you know?
Lights out.
Lights out.
Yeah, lights
Hey,
out.
lights out.
Nara is still part of the team.
Who?
Nara.
Yes, Nara is still part of us.
Oh, okay. Nice. Okay, guys, you can continue.
The reason I wanted to bring Uko is because I want to go into the issue of sponsorships, which are very important. And like we also mentioned, the budget sometimes doesn't allow. Now, it doesn't only work on food and stuff. There's a lot. There's transport, there's marketing, whatever, training gear, whatever it may be. It requires a lot of money, right? I don't know who can take the question, but again, looking at your experience, I'm always going to go to the experience. How has the sponsorships been? Are you guys getting sponsorships? Are you applying for sponsorships? If there are current sponsors, who are they, and how have they been, or your relationship with them?
Okay. Currently, we don't have active sponsors. From time to time, you do get people. I think the biggest impact on sponsorships for sports is also economic conditions. Yeah. You know, with things like rising petrol prices, businesses are always trying to cover their costs. Right. So that has become, a real difficult challenge for us in sports. But like you're saying, there's so many things that you need to cover, maybe that people don't see for an athlete. Yeah. It's your travel, your accommodation, the kit entry fees. For us, we still have to do blood tests, all kinds of things to obviously participate safely in our sports. So it is quite a challenge. Sometimes, unfortunately, also the competitions are a bit short notice. So when you try to apply, for example, with government departments like sports and recreation, they don't quite have the time available because maybe we're giving them 3 weeks because we just got called and now guys are signing up and they're saying 3 weeks is just not enough for us.
Things take a lot of time.
Yes, and unfortunately in South Africa right now, mixed martial arts is not as funded by the government as, for example, boxing or karate. When guys want to go to Japan for karate, everything gets sponsored and paid, and there's just so much opportunities.
If there's anyone watching now who says, you know what, I like this, I like these guys, I like their attitude, I like how confident they are, they seem to be an example for the youth in our communities, what would you say to them, a potential sponsor or someone would say, you know what, I'd like to sponsor these guys? How do they get hold of you? How do you normally ask for sponsorships, basically?
I think there's probably one thing that we can work on is advertising our sport more. People aren't always aware of the opportunities that are available for even that there is a gym maybe that exists and that they can be training in. We have so many, especially within our areas like Bhoboyi, we have so many athletes that are so keen to compete, and they're literally willing to get up early in the morning, come to training, come late at night, not have money for food, not have money for transport, walk to the gym, put in all the effort, and then in the end of the day, the only thing that's standing between them and achieving something for themselves and their community is just the sponsorship. So anybody who wants to sponsor an athlete is not only going to make a difference to them, but to all the people that comes after them. Because when you have somebody who's actually now got an opportunity within that area, it brings so much more, money and business and things in there. For example, if we were to host a tournament now locally, we would have people, an influx of people who would pay for accommodation, buy food, see the coast, invest in tourism. You know, it can really become something really positive for our community if we can get that little bit of a help.
Yeah, sure, it could definitely make a difference. DJ Mandru, our sound engineer, I think he has a question for us, or he has something to say. Go ahead, bro.
This one goes to my lady there. What would you say to a young lady who just wants to be like you, or just want to be a fighter?
Okay.
What would you say to this young lady out there?
Okay, I would say to them, definitely take the opportunity with both hands. When I was growing up, I would have given anything, absolutely anything, to have had the opportunity to get the kind of training that I am getting today. A lot of times women are not pushed in sports. You know, the narrative of our lives is, you know, look after your families and, you know, grow up to be that. Not that you can't do that. I mean, I'm a mother. I'm taking care of my kid. I'm taking care of my home. I can still be a wife and a mother and a sister and be everything. I don't have to be. Yes, I don't have to be a woman or a warrior. I can be both. Maybe they'll respect me a little bit more than I can do. But, you know, take the opportunity and push yourself. Even if it's just for self-defense that you want to train, learn how to take care of yourself, because the world doesn't always do it for you. It's very nice when you do have, you know, brothers, fathers, husbands, and people who can take care of you, but we don't always have that. So just getting the self-defense skills, the confidence, learning yourself, all of that, there's so much that it has to, you know, so just go for it. You've got nothing to lose. Absolutely nothing.
Wise words, wise words. I just want, now in closing, guys, I want to know, what are your plans for the future? Because the stage is now, you're an amateur fighter, still learning. What are your aspirations? Where do you want to? Do you want to go pro, professional? What are your plans? Let's start with you.
Well, yeah, for me, I would actually want to go pro.
Pro?
Yes, I want to be up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Football, Israel Adesanya.
More like John Jones.
Okay, John Jones. Big one.
He's my
favorite.
Yeah.
For you?
The question.
Oh, so the question was, where do you want to be? Where do you see yourself in the future? Do you want to take this seriously and be a pro, or do you want to be involved maybe in coaching behind the scenes? What do you want to do in the future? Where do you see yourself?
Yeah.
I'm asking the young guns now. Yeah, and
then let's say, ngiyafuna kona ukuthi ngiye phambili, but khona something khona engithandayo, like ngayithatha opportunity ukuthi I will fight, but ngayithatha opportunity ukuthi futhi ngisebenze.
Okay. Yeah.
So mina ngithanda inesing.
Okay. That's like the passion is ngalokho.
Yeah. And futhi ngiyakuthanda ukuthi ngilo. Angazi ukuthi ngabhalansa kanjani.
I think you can learn that. You can learn from him. He seems to be very good with balancing. You can learn from him. He's very good with balancing his studies, like he explained, studies and gym. Yeah. Do you want to go pro? Definitely. Why not?
From my side, from my side, okay. So now I'm a 2-time silver medalist, my national champion. Okay. So I have like 5 fights. So I like if you push a career more like with MMA, gain experience, because into mina ngifisa from my side, ukuthi ngivule eyami gym.
Okay.
And because there are some coast, as we see, there are not many gyms.
Sure.
Which MMA again into saying, like if you go to Durban, akhona ama gym maningi, ngiyazi ukuthi la like baningi abantu who have reached out to me saying, okay, how do you join, but number yama gyms is limited.
Sure.
So manje isifiso sami ukuthi lonto le ngiqede
Okay.
Because like abantu abaningi nje bahlezi besho bethi bayasithanda le sports nani like uthola ukuthi umuntu uzokuthinta like mhlambe athi ufuna ukujima like bayozingolweni kanje so I traveling cost nani so mina ngifisa ukuthi nje like career yami ngithole experience ngihambe na like ngiye kwamanye amazwe like Thailand, Muay Thai, Russia, wrestling, just to gain more experience that I'm gonna pass out to the youth.
Travel the world.
Travel the world through the sports.
Okay. I think I've exhausted my opportunities at amateur. With the number of years.
So the next thing is pro for you now.
Yes, so definitely I have to look now at doing my pro license.
Nice.
And I'm also looking at my brown belt grading. So those are my two goals for the next 3 or 4 months that I have to train really hard for, so that I can really be worthy of, what I'm getting or what I'm stepping up for.
Yeah. And the question, a very important question that I forgot to ask, should have probably asked earlier, Oguchi, how is your family supporting you guys with these careers, with fighting, with MMA? I know you mentioned that your mom didn't want you to join at first. She was like, hey, so shall we go hey.
Yeah.
So how are you guys family supporting you in the career, any of your push?
Well, me and Ekaya, there's mostly abafana boys, like uncles and brothers. So they 100% support me.
Okay.
Yeah. They want me to learn something new.
Sure.
And Nakona, it's like a hobby. Because you don't always stay in the house, you have something to do.
Sure.
Like that.
Yeah, namba supporter ekhaya.
Yeah. So why go mama nje ukuthi
hey waqala ukushintsha after fight time.
Winning.
Yes.
So what's up? Okay, ngani
yami sele support manje.
Yeah.
So mina esayidini lami nje ngasho ukuthi support ngiyithola kakhulu futhi, especially from my father yabo. Umuntu nje ongiphusha kakhulu because yena umuntu obelievayo ukuthi umuntu enza into ayithandayo yabo. So yena usengiphushe kakhulu like ehleze esho ethi hayi, because even ngiya kuma competitions like sometimes imali ibuye ingabikho yabo, but uzosho ukuthi no, I train ngizobona phambili mina ukuthi ngenze njani yabo. So yena umuntu nje ube yikho nje kulokhu zami career yami and ne-family yami yonke futhi, because nje mengiyolwa like I would receive ama calls ukuthi okay ube kahle yabo, good luck, and that's what motivates you yabo, ukuthi uthole lawo ama calls lawo yabo, even engemaningi yabo.
A simple call makes a difference.
Makes a difference because vele mosa trainer bancane abantu abazosho ukuthi hayi trainer, but mosa uyolwa abaningi bafuna ama results.
As the young guns, like I mentioned, and if looked into the youth, especially in communities of Murchison and Bhoboyi or Kamalake, if looked in kubantu abalingana nani kwi-youth, because into eyenzakalayo niyabona isitrate ngithola kuthiwa amaphara abafowethu la seba amaphara manje badla ama-drugs and all those things yabo, baya-give up basically in life. So yini ngingafuna ukisho kuma-mates enu abantu abalingana nani, because this is where they start. Baqala beko 16 years involved in drugs and all these sorts of things. Siyayibona i-crime rate in South Africa yabo, it's bad. So yini ngingayisho kubona, ngaqala noNumbana ngaqala
uthi ngiqale mina into engayisho ukuthi i-youth ukuthi mina ngikholela ukuthi umuntu enze into ayithandayo yabo.
Okay.
Because I feel like ukuthi like sometimes ama parents ethu asipush ukuthi senze izinto esingazithandi yabo.
Okay.
So like i-pressure uyazi na ukuthi okay kuzothiwa hayi esikoleni kumele uthole this yabo, kumele usebenze yabo. So leya pressure leya iyona elimaza ingane kakhulu, because umuntu end up enza into angayithandi empilweni just because of i-pressure abazali. So nabazali bayidlala i-role in shaping i-future yezingane yabo. So like ngithi mina kodwa ke einganeni like ungabi pressurized by abangani, because inkinga iqala lapho. Like inkinga yethu thina as youth sifila like kumele sinconywe ubani yabo, ubani kumele asincome yabo, ukuze so in order ukuthi sofile sengathi sesiachievile kana kukho kanjalo. It's about yourself, uzicabangele wena about the situation okuyona, because sometimes we forget about the situation that we are in yabo. Sibheka abanye abantu yabo who are not in our situations, because ungahamba uthi uyafika ngaphandle okay like manje uthi uyahamba umngane wakho unemoto kinakho moto nofocus kuyena yabo, uhlezi unyahamba nenze izinto ezwrong yabo, and lapho nikulahleka lapho. So ungayilahli lapho influence of abangani, ungavuma ukuthi ngene ekhanda lakho yabo.
At least the bad part, but take the good part.
And isikole sibalekile futhi yabo, even ngoba manje sesishawe nanokuthi asikho trained emqondweni yethu yabo. We are not trained enough ukuthi sicabangele yabo. Like umuntu umthole enza noma yini engacabangi yabo, just because asifundiswanga. So nabazali ngicela badlala i-role yabo yabo ekutraineni izingane yabo, ukuthi bazifundise zisencane ukuthi okay sisho njalo isizo.
hayi kubili ngingakusho nje abahlisele emjolweni
Bahlisele emjolweni.
banake
Bahlisele emjolo.
yeah bahlisele emjolweni banake isikole
Sure.
hayi kuphelela lapho
Sure. Mfowethu, ungathini nje bethu ukubona yini ongayisho?
Awubaba sithathe wonke
Sithathe wonke
kodwa
ama-point.
ke
Ngisho nje noma kodwa.
kodwa mina into enginga-add nje ukuthi to change your friend groups yabo abantu
Okay.
ohlala nabo because if they do bad things now uzofuna ukuzama mhlawumbe babheme
Yeah.
now ufuna ukuzama yabo. So if you stick to abangani aba-right
Aba-right.
now
Bak-influencer ngezinto
just
ezithile.
like me umngane wami that I mentioned Usipho
Yeah.
used to do boxing and ngibone ukuthi uyiphethe kahle is well
Okay.
disciplined yabo and nami ngazibona ukuthi ngingahlulwa yini yabo.
Great.
So I also joined.
That's all. Anything from Ibandla before we close? Nothing. Right. How do we get a hold of you guys? Your gyms in Tulaganjani, Icon on social media, is it visible? Is it visible? Are you guys there?
We do advertise on social media from time to time,
Okay.
but if you would like to get hold of us, the easiest way is to send Nkosi Doyisa an inbox.
Okay.
Or you can find myself, Bhoboyi Alberts, on Facebook as well.
Okay.
So if you send us a message, then we will always reply to you, especially if you say straight up that you
Yeah.
want training.
Sure.
It is our passion, so we most definitely will.
So
get back to you.
you're on Facebook, you're on, are you guys on Instagram, posting pictures and stuff?
Yeah,
You're there? Guess
I'm
what? There's,
right here as
what's the name of the page?
Lani Junior.
Okay.
The gym doesn't have an official
Oh,
page
the gym doesn't
as
have.
such. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So Nkosi is the one who deals with our official communications.
All right. I think that's it from us guys, MX Lounge. You know what to do. You like, you subscribe, you share. Share on Facebook, share on Twitter. Nangama details at MX Lounge Podcast. Your host with the most, King Boys. Salute.